Well, welcome back to this series we've done during the progress on this barn conversion here in mid-Norfolk on the farm. And we're almost there now, very close to completion. We've had the majority of our second fix electrics completed now. And anybody that's done one of these projects will appreciate that feeling when it goes from a building site suddenly to looking like a house and a room. We had that experience last Friday when the black plastic flooring protecting this limestone floor came up for the first time. We'd pre-sealed these slabs but still had the protection down as builders continued with the final element of wet trades. We had the last bit of tiling done and completed on Friday. We've now got a gap of a week while the builders are on holiday before they come back to undertake the last little bit of work, majority of which are in the two adjoining buildings to this one. We're really pleased with the way things have worked out. We've matchboarded quite a large element of the central original walls, which have retained in their lime finish because of the state of the brickwork below, and we're very pleased with that finish. The light in here has been a revelation, really. It's quadruple aspect, this building. The big bifold sliding doors on the end really have brought the garden right into this room. This long view down what is now a gravel pathway through the old borders. Going to do a video on the work we've done in this garden to create these new spaces, following on from that one I shot with the two diggers sitting in this position. I'm shooting this at 7 o'clock in the morning in 1st of July, and you can see the sunlight coming from the east and hitting what was an absolutely spectacular run of roses, including Paul's Himalayan musk, generous gardener, and we've just got that little tint of purple left in that rose border. The Ethel just to my side, still flowering away, but we've created out here a step down from the bifolds, which is a lovely place to sit with gravel beyond, and we're gradually just decorating that up with the wall garden, kitchen vegetable garden behind. But let's have another look at this barn from this angle now. Looking back into the room, we've got the old barn doors now completely opened up with this lovely tall picture window looking back towards the cottage and back end of the house. This long aspect really is wonderful. Light coming in throughout the day in one aspect. Got the window now opened up where a further kitchen sink's going to be. Started to bring some furniture in and dress this space. The old art table that undertook a major restoration. Hours of work I put into that, stripping the acrylics, paints, glues and everything off the worktop. Well worth doing. Carpenter told me that was probably a lovely teak top. It's got some lovely pattern on it. Stripped back every single batten across the bottom to its natural wood. We haven't oiled these yet, probably are going to, but it's just got little bit of wear on there that gives that lovely period finish. And then the whole frame's been stripped, sanded and painted. Just look at the pattern on the top here. Still some of the original old scratches and marks. Lovely feel to it. Super silky smooth with the fine sanding we gave. Now the kitchen in here still hasn't been commissioned. We are still deciding where to go with this. The first bit is coming in. This is going to be a freestanding piece of furniture. Sink's in place now. The marble has been templated and will be coming in on Monday. And then the back goes on with the shelf above it. So it's going to be quite a large freestanding piece. Twin set of brass and copper taps going on there. This piece holds two utilities behind those cupboards. Not integrated but freestanding. The front boarding along the base comes away so they just roll in and roll out. Little cupboard below the sink, and then we're going to have an open shelf at this end. May put some little curtains on that just to give it that period feel. But the light in here is working very well. Floor still got the protection down because I know the marble's coming in to be fitted on Monday. But look at the long view we've got now from this corner aspect looking back. The large dining table, the antique Victorian Plank top pine working really well in that position. Lovely place to sit, you can look both ways. Lighting circuits we've got in include these large period Flemish style brass chandeliers at either end. We're still awaiting for a rewiring to be completed on the basket chandelier that's going to be hanged from this central wire install. We've got LED strips in warm white running across the top of these two large beams that give a beautiful ambient light in the evening. And then around the work surfaces, so these LEDs are flashing a little bit on this video, we've got the Jim Lawrence lighting all around, giving us the downlight for the work surface, and the same above this area of panelling. There's 5 light installation above the matchboarding where the Aga is going to sit. Wood burner's now been fitted, hasn't been lit yet, we're just waiting for some cold weather. This barn has been so warm with the weather we've had here in Norfolk during June. Haven't needed to play with that at all. We're just waiting until we actually need it before we light it, because it's an 8.5 kilowatt, I think. It's going to give out some heat and not something you can turn down quickly either. The new garden from this aspect where the old swimming pool was is really coming on nicely now. Only 8 weeks ago this was looking a little like a bomb site. Piles of earth, rubble, everything in disarray. It's now been completely landscaped. Gravel paths with the flint boulders demarcating the edges, soft edges, because we know this is going to have some settlement. This is where the old swimming pool was, and it's working really well to give us this beautiful new rose garden, which we'll show you in a separate video. One last bit of this barn to show you from the inside is the new wet room. Still awaiting final second fit. Got the matchboard painted up behind in this lovely Stifkey blue Farrow and Ball colour, which we hope is going to highlight the detailing on this period Dalton bull-nosed dolphin toilet. I've restored the toilet seat with varnish and wood stain. We've got a period high-level system that's going on the back here. You just see the plumbing coming through. And then all the tiling's done for the walk-in shower in the wet room with the tray moulding in place, just waiting for the glass to come in. Shower sitting in the box there. There's our high-level system and pipe works. Everything ready for the plumber, who we hope is going to attend next week. Grouting was done in the same almond colour grout as the floor, just to give this little contrast against these brilliant white bevel edge tiles, which have been put up really quite beautifully. We've got a high textured finished floor which meets the limestone here. You can feel the texture on this, it's very non-slip, supposed to give you some grip when the floor is wet. So the overall effect in this barn we're very happy with, very pleased with the finish, the space, the lights in the evening with the lamping circuit, and all these various options for lighting really make this room spectacular at all times of day. And I hope you've enjoyed watching the progress. I'll show you the outside in a separate video when we come to finally install the kitchen, utility room and shower room. Thanks for watching.